Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl King Vela. I'm back with another lit video. Ooh, I don't know what. Ooh, my leg. Don't look at my hair. I have such a big forehead. Yeah, I don't like it. But that's beside the point. So for today's story, I'm back and I will have a story time, okay? The story time contains about fake friends that I currently had. Now, before, quick disclaimer. This story is not to bash any of y'all. I'm just saying that we could have all done something in this friendship. No one was innocent. No one was the main reason why. But maybe I might be a fake friend to y'all, but y'all are definitely fake friends to me. Okay. So before I get into this video, don't forget to comment down below, subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can join the family and become a king and a queen as you should be. And also don't forget to leave a comment down below and tell me what you like about the video so that next time I can, pick your ideas and then make a video about it. So before any further ado, let's get right into this video. This all happened beginning of sophomore year. We resumed, that was 2021 August. We resumed sophomore year and I have basketball, so that was my first period class. So I have basketball first period, and I got there, said hi to my friends, to my teammates, and there were new people there. So P, the girl that we're talking about, P was among the people. So she was among the people, she was sitting, and I'm like, oh, she's fine, but I didn't approach her. So this is how my school works. We have 3 campuses, one big one containing 11 graders and 12 graders, and 2 for 10 graders and 9 graders. But if you're in athletics, you come to the main one to come and do your stuff. So there are 2 buses going to your campus. So coach was not like, is anyone going to this campus? Like, because where she is going and where she is going is where I'm going, and we were in the same grade. So I'm just like, coach, I can't. So coach was like, okay, you can like follow Prevail to show you. So I ended up showing her the bus where she needs to go. So I was like, okay, on the left is our bus and on the right is the other campus bus. So we ended up sitting together. I asked her about her old school. She asked me about this school. We were just vibing and talking, right? We had a nice time. We had a great time in the bus. So before we got down the bus, we checked our schedules and looked at it and we're like, oh, do we have any classes together? So because she was new, she didn't know anyone over there apart from her brother that was going to main campus. We ended up looking, but we didn't have any classes together. So that was kind of a blopper. So we were like, oh, maybe we have lunch together. So we checked our lunches and we didn't have lunch together because we have block lunches, which is A and B lunch, and we didn't have any lunches together. Now, we didn't have any lunches together, so anytime she had lunch, I had A lunch, she had B lunch. So anytime I had lunch, she was an advisory. Anytime she had lunch, I was an advisory. So we didn't have the same lunch. So after a while, about 3-4 days, we started texting, and she was like, oh, I'm kind of lonely, I'm bored, there's no one to talk to, it's only you I know. Like, it's like fudged up that you don't have the same lunch as me. So I'm being a good friend. I'm like, okay, maybe I can see if I can change my lunch, because I didn't have any. I was sitting alone. I was sitting alone in my A lunch. So I was like, oh, cool, girl, I can change my lunch. I can go to my counselor and change my lunch. So I ended up changing my lunch to B lunch, but that same day I couldn't go to B lunch, so I had to go to A lunch, and then the next day go to B lunch. Now I got to B lunch the next day, and she was sitting, and I saw 2 other girls sitting on the table. So I'm like, okay, so there were 2 girls sitting at the table. So what are we gonna name them? We're gonna name them J and T. So J and T were sitting at the table at that moment, at that time. So they were sitting at that table with P and they were talking. So I joined them. I'm like, oh, hey y'all, just being friendly, oh, hi. I changed my schedule, and she was telling them, oh yeah, this is Prevail. She changed her schedule to be with me, and I introduced myself.
I'm like, oh hey, I'm Prevail, and they told me their names and stuff.
And we started exchanging numbers, we exchanged Snapchat, and we became a cute little group. Now the next day, about 2 days or next day after, T brought another girl named G. So G was sitting at the table with us. So we were a five little group of 5 living the best life in high school. Now, so I created a group chat with all their numbers in. I created a group chat. We were talking, and I remember there was a time P left the group chat. So P ended up leaving the group chat, and I don't think anything happened because I didn't know anything happened. If something happened, she should have told anyone like why she left the group chat. I ended up asking T like, oh, did she change her lunch? Like, I said change her lunch. Did she like tell you why she left the group chat? And she was like, oh no, like she didn't tell me why she left the group chat. I'm like, okay. So after about a week after that, I got my phone taken because of something that happened. So I had my phone taken. My mom went through my phone. I got in a lot of trouble, and that's caused a lot of things to start happening. Mind you, I have second period with T and J. So I have second period with T and J, and this is what happened. They sit in front of me. I sit at the back of them, right? So this is their chairs right here. I'm at the back. So they're sitting in the front, and you know, I wasn't sitting with them, but I could still see them, and we were still talking because the chairs are very close to each other. So there is this time they were started using nicknames for people, like boys or people that they were seeing. And P ended up joining the group chat after I got my phone taken. Red flag number 1. She joined the group chat after I got my phone taken because I told them the next day, like, okay, my phone is gone and I'm gonna try to be texting y'all from my school device. She ended up joining the group chat, and they were talking about people, and they were using nicknames, and I didn't know anything about the nicknames. So during lunch I was like, hey yo, like who are you talking about, like what's their nicknames? And they were like, oh, it's no one, oh this that. Mind you, G stopped. G left the group chat when I didn't have my phone, so she wasn't even sitting with us no more. G left. The girl that T brought, G left and was sitting with another girl named S. Okay, she was sitting with another girl named S, but we were all on the same lunch but not sitting together. So I remember that they didn't tell me, but T told me. So the next day, about a week after that, I was sitting at the back. We had second period, and T and J were like, oh, Parela, come sit with us in the front. So I took my bag, I sit with them because there were like 4 seats. So I sat with them, and I remember that Jay left to go to the bathroom, so she put the phone in front of me. I didn't take her phone. She put the phone in front of me, okay? She was like, oh, Pravela, can you help me watch the phone? I'm gonna watch it for you. So I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, girl, I got you. I'm gonna watch the phone for you. The phone is right in front of me, right? So I'm watching the phone, but I'm not focused on the phone because I'm listening to what the teacher's teaching, right? I'm not only focused on the phone. After a whole while, her phone started beeping, you know? And mind you, while her phone was beeping, T was texting. So T was texting and her phone was beeping. So her phone was beeping. I'm immediately thinking, oh, maybe it's T that's texting J. But I'm not thinking like, why would T text J when we're like in the same class and her phone is with me? I was just like, okay, maybe she's texting someone else or I'm tripping. So the phone started going on, and Mr. D was like, that's my teacher. Mr. D was like, okay, y'all need to like turn it off. So I look for the button thingy that you can turn it off to silent. So I turned that bad boy off. I turned that bad boy off and it's on silent. So it's on silent, and I remember it's still beeping. You know that sound that they make, like the z sound? So it's still doing the z sound. And I remember I looked at the thing, right? This is the phone. I look at the thing like this. So I look at the thing and it's saying PTJ. Now mind you, when I made the group chat, I put PTG P because we have 2 P's. That's me and P. So Prevela and P. So it's 2 P's. So I was wondering, like, where is the second P? And like, why am I not in it? That's something weird going on right here. So when she came back, I immediately asked her without no thing. I give her the phone like this and I asked her, Jay, do y'all have a separate group chat? And mind you, the first thing she said was, oh. Girl, oh, is that what you have to say? I'm asking you a question. I asked her one more time. Do y'all have a separate group chat without me? And they go, yes, but we decided to add you back. Okay, they wanted to add me back. I addressed the situation when P was there too. So she was like, I'm overreacting. She said I'm overreacting because I don't have my phone. That's why they made a separate group chat without me. Excuse me? I don't have my phone and y'all made a separate group chat without me? And that's what you have to say? That's because I don't have a phone? Oh well. Anyways, that's what they said. And I let that slide. I got my phone back earlier than I expected. I got my phone back, y'all. And I was like, okay, I have my phone back. Can y'all add me now? Every single day I asked. I was so dumb. Every single day I asked, they be like,
we'll add you now. We'll add you now. Stop dragging it. Stop dragging it. To this day, they didn't add me in that group chat.
And tell me why when they added me in that thing, I guess. I don't know if they added me or not. But I went through the old group chat and Jay was talking about the time when I was mad at her for telling me to shut up in front of the whole class. And she was like, Prevela is so childish. You're literally... Okay. She was calling me childish, but one thing I'm not going to take from PNT is that they didn't say anything. Jay didn't agree with her. I don't know what was said in the other group chat, but in that group chat, they didn't agree with her. Okay, they didn't say anything, they just ignored what she said. But I don't know what happened in the other group chat. So this is not when some things really happened. So there was a time I was started being left out. They started talking about people having nicknames without even telling me. Now I'm just like, okay, maybe like this group is really not for me. And mind you, I stopped sitting with them. I started getting left out of things, but I didn't bother, right? And there was some nigga that was seeing P. You know, she wasn't telling me a lot of things. I was like, okay, that's not on you, right? That's not on me. Like, maybe you have new friends. And mind you, I was cool with S because sometimes I told you I usually sit with S and G sometimes when like I'm not sitting with them. So I sit with S and G and I was cool with S and G, right? Tell me why there was a time something happened. P was being disrespectful to a teacher. So I was not like, okay, P, like you shouldn't act like that, right? Like, calm down. And this girl was literally disrespecting me straight up in my face, right? She was just disrespecting me. From that time, I stopped talking to her. From that time, I stopped talking to her. When the nigga that she was seeing was now talking to other girl, I filmed it, I sent it to her, and she was like, oh, thank you. That's when we stopped talking. Cause like, I can't do that. If I can correct you and we're friends, then that friendship is not worth it. If we're friends and I can tell you when you're wrong, that's some BS going on right there because I can do with that. That same day, she was like, T was like, oh, she's looking for you and Jay. And I'm like, no, she's not. She's looking for Jay. She's not looking for me because she definitely doesn't claim me as a friend. That day goes by. We stopped talking. INP stopped talking because I'm not about to apologize for something because every single time she finds something that I did wrong and I apologize, but this time I didn't apologize. We be on the same bus. I'm in the front, she's in the back. She's in the front, I'm in the back. That's how we were doing it, right? And tell me why. I don't know what happened. The people I started talking to on the team started switching up on me. I don't know what P told them. I don't care to know, but those girls started switching up on me. The people I was cool with started giving me attitude, started laughing at me. S, that I was cool with, that I was sitting with, too, stopped talking to me and was giving me attitude. It was now suddenly, all of a sudden, hanging out with P. Here's the thing. When I stopped talking to every one of them, let me tell you, why do I see P, T, J, S, and G all of a sudden hanging around? I thought, G, I thought you left. I thought you weren't in that group no more. How all of a sudden, y'all all switch up on me and make Prevail the bad guy? Oh, suddenly I'm the bad guy. All of a sudden, there was a time in class, we were about to watch a movie. And I remember I didn't say anything. I made a movie suggestion. Jay opened her mouth and was like, shut up, girl, shut up. Mind you, the boys in my back were like, Prevail, don't react, don't say anything. I asked her friend, like, did she tell me to shut up that day? She was like, oh, I don't know. I wanted to confront her that same day, but my friend was like, it's not worth it. Leave that alone because she doesn't know what she's talking about, right? I can't just make a simple suggestion without you being a hater and just like acting some type of way. Just because we're not friends, you think it's cool to hate? Or you think it's cool to tell someone to shut up? just because we're not friends anymore. Jay, I cut that off already. I cut her off because you can't just be telling me to shut up. That's some fake stuff going on right there. And I remember the people I hang out with, the people I stood at the back of them, started telling me things that Jay was talking about when I wasn't there. This girl was looking at my outfits. What I wear to school, that isn't your business. Like, why are you all up in my business? It's giving very much envy. Just because you're light skinned doesn't mean you're prettier than me. I know I could have done something because I'm a very hot-headed person. I know I could have done something to bring the group back together. I know they could have, because it's not only me, they could have done something too. Now I wish their little group safe group, have a nice life, but I wish y'all all the best. Well, that's the end of the story. Hope y'all really liked the story. I know I went a little bit off because I was mad, but hope you liked the story. Hope everything is chill. And that's the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and see y'all in the next video.